I've been a police officer at the Huntington Police Department for 3 years. So I started on patrol, that's where everybody starts out. My position now is detective in the property unit. So I investigate property crimes, fraudulent uses of credit cards, people who get their stuff stolen, burglaries, B&E, autos, that kind of stuff, stolen cars. Property crimes are a really personal thing. It's people get inside your home, people get inside your car, they take your purse, take your wallet. It's an intimate crime, really. So it's kind of nice to be able to go out and one-on-one talk to people and make a connection and let them know that you'll do your best to kind of solve their problem. Growing up, I never really thought this is where I would end up. Being a police officer is just kind of something that developed as I matured. I got hired at 33, I'm 36 now. Before this job, I worked in the nonprofit field. I worked at the food bank. I helped set up agencies and get them in the network so they could receive food and benefits. Then I worked at a farmer's market a little bit. As the department here has hired new officers and we've grown a little bit, it's given opportunity for other guys to express interest in going up to detective or traffic unit or specialized units, the opportunity to do that. I mean, it can be a dangerous job, but you've got a bunch of men and women that have your back all the time, and we get really good training and really good experiences, so it just allows us to feel more comfortable out there doing this job. Huntington's the city I grew up in. I moved away at 13, I moved back when I was 27. It's a city I've always wanted to help and be a part of. You interact with the community, you have a zone that you have to cover and areas that you need to protect. So Huntington, just like any other city, has its issues, and you'll get that working in a city. Focus on the individual and their problems individually instead of as a whole, and try to chip away at some of the issues here. The Huntington Police Department gives you a really good foundation for how to be a good officer, how to connect with people, the training, the equipment, everything that you could possibly need to be an effective member of this community. I think with any job, you take a little bit of it home with you. It impacts your relationships and that kind of stuff. The Huntington Police Department and the city of Huntington offers resources for us that allows us to kind of unwind and relax and not take that home as much. Yeah, and some days are harder than others. You face things that you don't want to face, or you didn't think you were going to, and you have to do that. But then it helps obviously tremendously to go home to, I've got a wife and 3 kids, and I think she felt comfortable knowing that I was going to get the training that I was going to get, that I'm the person that I am, and that it eased her a little bit. My kids love me being a police officer. They're at the ages now where it's still kind of cool that daddy gets to drive a spy car, a police car, that kind of stuff, as they call it. And they're there to kind of take that off my shoulders a little bit and just kind of help me unwind. Anybody that's interested in a career in law enforcement, there's not a better department or better city to work for than the Huntington Police Department in Huntington, West Virginia. All the training you could ask for, we've got new equipment, we've got a great group of guys, men and women, that help support you and along the way. I got 100 brothers and sisters that if I need help, will be there at the drop of a hat that you can call on, and it's a pretty cool feeling to know that you have that on top of your close relationships at home. I can't imagine working anyplace else other than the Huntington Police Department. It's my second home, it's my second family, and it's just provided me with things I couldn't imagine it would have. This was just like the ultimate, how can I help the community, and for me that was being a police officer.